At 95, Clint Eastwood finally opens up about the man Hollywood could never quite figure out: Jack Palance. Clint Eastwood was born on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, California, during the tough years of the Great Depression. His family moved from town to town as his father looked for work, and those early struggles shaped Clint's quiet strength and independence. He wasn't always set on acting. In fact, he once dreamed of becoming a mechanic or musician. After high school, he took on tough blue-collar jobs and even served in the U.S. Army during the Korean War. That time in uniform taught him discipline and patience, qualities that later became the backbone of his legendary career. After his military service, Clint found his way into acting almost by accident. While studying in Los Angeles, he caught the eye of a Universal Studios assistant and got a screen test. His first roles were small, but Clint never gave up, learning everything he could. His big break came in the late 1950s with the hit TV series Rawhide, where he played Rowdy Yates. The show made him a household name, but he wanted more depth, more challenge. That came when Italian director Sergio Leone cast him in A Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. These spaghetti westerns changed cinema forever, turning Clint's Man with No Name into one of the most iconic figures in film history. His calm, mysterious presence and steely eyes redefined what a movie hero could be. The 1970s marked Clint's bold move from acting to directing, a decision that transformed his career. He became the face of toughness in Dirty Harry, where his "Make My Day" line became immortal. But behind that hardened image was a filmmaker deeply fascinated by human nature, justice, and morality. Films like Play Misty for Me and High Plains Drifter revealed his thoughtful side, exploring the complexities of right and wrong. In The Outlaw Josie Wales, Clint gave one of his most emotional performances, showing that even a man of few words could convey deep feeling. The 1980s saw him experimenting with new styles in films like Bronco Billy and Pale Rider. But it was the 1992 masterpiece Unforgiven that crowned him a legend. The movie, a brutal yet moving reflection on violence and regret, won him 2 Oscars for Best Director and Best Picture. It showed the world that Clint Eastwood wasn't just an action star. He was one of the greatest storytellers of his time. Even as he grew older, Clint never slowed down. His later films like Mystic River, $1 Million Baby, and Gran Torino proved he still had the same fire. $1 Million Baby brought him more Oscars and showcased his ability to create emotion without over-dramatizing. In Gran Torino, he embodied the grizzled yet compassionate man seeking redemption, perhaps mirroring himself. Beyond Hollywood, Clint even stepped into politics, serving as the mayor of Carmel by the Sea, California, showing that he cared about more than fame. His personal life, too, has been as dramatic as his films, marked by 2 marriages, first to Maggie Johnson, who supported him through his early struggles, and later to news anchor Dinah Ruiz, who brought calm and balance to his later years. Though both marriages ended, each played a role in shaping the man behind the legend. But today, at 95, Clint Eastwood reflects not on fame or awards, but on the people who inspired him, especially one unforgettable figure, Jack Palance. Known for his fierce presence and intense performances, Palance was one of those rare actors who commanded every room he entered. Clint remembers their first meeting vividly, saying, "Jack had this reputation, tough as nails, unpredictable. But once you got past that exterior, you found a man who lived for his craft. He didn't just play roles, he became them." That dedication left a deep impression on Clint. He recalled Palance once telling him, "Kid, never fake fear. Either feel it or don't do the scene." Those words, Clint admits, stayed with him his entire life, shaping the authenticity he's known for today. Still, working with Palance wasn't easy. "You never knew which version of him you'd get," Clint said with a grin. "One day he'd be all charm. The next he'd stare you down like he was about to draw a gun." But that unpredictability was part of his genius. Clint respected that Palance didn't play by Hollywood's rules. He didn't care about being liked, he cared about being real, Clint said. That idea of staying true to oneself became one of Eastwood's guiding principles. He admired how Palance refused to conform, how he demanded honesty from everyone around him. People said he was hard to work with, Clint explained, but that wasn't true. He just didn't tolerate laziness. If you came unprepared, he'd call you out. That shared sense of discipline built a quiet bond between them, a mutual respect that lasted through the years. As Clint looks back now, he calls Palance one of the last of a dying breed. He said, "Hollywood used to be full of guys like Jack, real men who didn't need to act tough because they were tough." For Clint, those words are more than admiration. They're a farewell to an era of authenticity and grit that defined both their careers. "Jack reminded me that authenticity is everything," he said softly. "And in this business, that's the hardest thing to hold on to." Clint Eastwood's reflections are not just about Jack Palance. They're about what it means to stay true to who you are, even when the world changes around you. That's why, even after all these decades, Eastwood stands as one of the last greats of Hollywood's golden age, a man who never faked fear, never chased approval, and always kept his word real. If you love stories of Hollywood legends like Clint Eastwood and Jack Palance, don't forget to subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and press the bell icon to stay updated with more powerful stories from the golden age of cinema.